Two legendary hotel chains, Hilton and Hyatt. Both promise comfort, perks, and memorable stays. But which one really delivers? On the left, Hilton, famous for its global reach, easy rewards, and family-friendly touches. And on the right, Hyatt, celebrated for luxury, elite benefits, and outstanding redemption value. Let's skip the buzzwords and get down to the real guest's experience. Each category scores real points, and at the end, you'll find out exactly which hotel chain comes out on top. The results might just surprise even the most seasoned traveler. Okay, before we dive in, here's a mind map of what we're comparing. We'll look at portfolio size, points value, elite benefits, family friendliness, ease of earning, redemption value, and luxury experience. It's a lot, I know, but trust me, it makes for a juicy battle. Kicking off with portfolio size. So Hilton just absolutely crushes this point. Over 7,000 properties. That's nuts. 22 brands. Everywhere you'll ever want to go. Urban, beach, budget, luxury, you name it. Of course, with that much variety, the quality does depend on which Hilton you end up with. A DoubleTree in Peoria is not a Waldorf Astoria in Paris, right? Now Hyatt, well, it's kind of the boutique of the group. Only around 1,100 properties. So yeah, that's a huge drop. But honestly, their brands are super diverse, from entry-level to high-end. What holds it back? Limited reach, especially outside big cities. So, Hilton definitely wins this round for sheer coverage. All right, now points value. This is where things get spicy. Hilton points? They're easy to earn, no doubt. Tons of promos, credit card multipliers. You rack them up fast. But here's the kicker. They're valued pretty low, like barely half a cent, sometimes less. Plus, those redemption rates can get wild on certain hotels. Hyatt, on the other hand, every point stretches further. We're talking roughly 1.5 to 2 cents per point, which, if you're a point nerd, is basically jackpot territory. They've got a fixed award chart, so you actually know what your points are worth. Sure, you'll earn them a little slower and promos are less frequent, but, oh man, the value is real. Hyatt nabs this one hands down. Next up, elite benefits. Hilton's gold and diamond status is pretty sweet. Free breakfast, room upgrades, and it's honestly so easy to land elite status if you hold the right credit card. Only catch, upgrades aren't guaranteed, and breakfast is like only for you and a +1. Now Hyatt cranks it up with Explorist and Globalist tiers, lounge access, actual guaranteed upgrades, when available, but still. And for Globalist, you get insane perks. Free parking, no resort fees, and breakfast for 4. Only issue? You gotta stay a lot to get those top levels. Still, the rewards are hard to beat, so Hyatt walks away the winner here. Oh, and here's something cool you might not know. Both Hilton and Hyatt actually got their start in California. Yeah, Hilton opened up way back in 1919 in Cisco, and Hyatt kicked off in 1957, right at the Los Angeles airport. Classic beginnings for two massive hotel giants. Family friendliness now. Hilton's got some big advantages for parents. Free breakfast at most hotels if you're gold or higher, though, like, only for up to 2 people. They've got reliable service and those family suites in a lot of places, so super easy for families to roll in. Hyatt, meanwhile, does try to sweeten the deal. If you're elite, their breakfast perks cover up to 4 guests, and the suite upgrades are generous. But finding a Hyatt in every vacation spot, not always possible. That footprint still holds it back, so Hilton takes this for family travel. For ease of earning points, Hilton, it's almost too easy sometimes. High credit card multipliers, regular promos, and you can get status just from spending on their cards. Yeah, the actual point value per redemption is less, but as far as racking up a big balance, it wins. Hyatt, mainly about actual stays, with some credit card action, but less promo craziness. Building points and elite status honestly just takes longer, so Hilton wins again. How about redemption value? Hilton lets you use points at thousands and thousands of places, which is awesome, but their award chart is, well, actually it's non-existent. So redemption rates jump everywhere, and you might feel like your points vanish overnight. Hyatt? So much more predictable. The lower point cost for comparable rooms is amazing, and you know exactly what you'll spend. Sometimes, though, it's hard to find an award room, especially at peak spots. Still, for raw value, Hyatt comes out way in front. Last one, luxury experience. Hilton's luxury flagships like Waldorf Astoria and Conrad deliver the goods, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, though, quality varies depending on the location. Hyatt goes next level here, with Park Hyatt, Andaz, and Grand Hyatt. These brands bring the big guns. Best-in-class suite upgrades, milestone rewards, service that's honestly sometimes mind-blowing. Their luxury hotels are not always in random cities, but when you find one, it's guaranteed to wow you. So yeah, luxury crown goes to Hyatt. All right, let's map out their profile on a radar chart. As you can see, Hilton dominates in things like reach, family perks, and easy earning, while Hyatt spikes hard for points value, luxury, and real elite rewards. You kind of start seeing where they each shine. Okay, so if you want a totally practical, everywhere-you-go hotel program with consistent service and solid family perks, Hilton is your winner. But let's be real. If you're mostly chasing dreamy upgrades and amazing reward stays, or you're all about luxury, Hyatt is the program you want to stick with. For 2025, Hilton rules for broad travel, but Hyatt's the king of loyalty value. Hey, still here? If you love these hotel deep dives and want even more no BS travel breakdowns, follow along. I've got loads more coming. See you in the next